Good morning everybody, Calm Biker here on a rather chilly morning, but I've got my heated vest on and it's not actually chilly enough for me to put the heaters in my heated gloves on. The gloves alone are doing the job, so not that cold. Not bad considering it's the middle of January for me, and as you see it's a bit of a greasy road and a misty sky. The other side of the bridge is barely visible, or it might just be behind that tree, I don't know. There's certainly a fair old chunk of mist in the air. I can't see the other side of the bridge coming into view, but certainly greyer than normal. I'm with Chris, who's behind me, and we're heading across the border into Lincolnshire. Makes it sound like a big thing, doesn't it? Crossing the border. There's no checkpoint. We're off to see a very small church. I don't know how entertaining the very small church will be, so that isn't the topic of this video. But Chris said, do you want to go and see this very small church? I said, yeah, why not? Throw the drone in the top box just in case. Now today's video, I'm feeling a bit miffed. I'm miffed at Google, and I'm telling everybody I'm miffed at Google on the Google platform. And I'm miffed at Google because of that. That is my Google Pixel 4a. It's a fair few years old. There'll be a lot of people who think, why would you have a phone that's 4 years old? And the easy answer to that is because I don't want to spend £1,000 on a phone every year like some people do. I know you get trade-ins and things like that, but it's not high on my wish list to have the latest, greatest phone all the time. What I want is a small phone that fits in my pocket. That one that's about 5 and a little bit inches, I think, rather than these nearly 7-inch. That used to be a tablet size of the phones that tend to be around nowadays. But this is a Pixel 4a, and I'll tell you what the problem with it is. And the reason that it's there doing my sat-naving rather than my Beeline Moto, which is what I wanted to use this morning. 2 days ago I got a message on this phone from Google. Android 13, you're going to be getting an upgrade to Android 13. I think it was actually on 11, so Android 12 passed me by, but you're going to get an upgrade to Android 13 in a couple of days, and when you do, this might affect your battery life, which is an understatement. It's a mandatory update, you can't avoid it. I've actually got this phone, because I do software development, I've got this phone in software developer mode, and I've actually turned off, got me up again, I've turned off all of the updates, so it shouldn't update, but they've forced it out there anyway, this update to Android 13. Bear in mind this phone's not had any updates for a couple of years, so something's going on. There's some reason why they've forced this update out there. And it has affected my battery life. So I charged it overnight to 100%, getting ready for today, because it rolled out last night. I had no choice in the matter, it updated my phone. So I charged it to 100% last night, thinking Beeline Moto, as I mentioned on the Beeline Moto video I did, the phone stays in your pocket with the screen off, and that means the battery lasts a lot longer, and the Moto just runs off its own battery, and that lasts for 15 hours or something. So it would have been ideal for this little trip, because we're going to be out for about 3 or 4 hours, probably 4 hours, and that's ideal, isn't it? So I turned the phone on this morning, just getting everything ready, and when I clicked the button it said, yep, you're 100%, so I turned the phone on. By the time it had got me to the menu screen where all your icons are, so you can actually launch an application, I was down to 93%, which isn't very good. Normally it doesn't use any battery, I mean obviously it does, but it doesn't use any noticeable amount of battery starting the phone up. It certainly doesn't use 7%. So I then went and brushed my teeth, because you've got to look after your oral hygiene. And I came back, and obviously the phone hadn't had its screen on or anything, so I just tapped it to see what it's doing. 83%. So over the course of 3 minutes, it used a sixth of my battery. Which means today I thought, well, I need this sat nav because I don't know where I'm going. So I'll have to actually put the phone holder on the bike and have it on the power. Luckily I've got that socket. So Google basically have managed to nuke my phone from afar for seemingly no reason. No, it's not. Yeah, the battery is... the phone, well, and the battery are fairly old. I didn't buy it as a brand new phone. It is a 4-year-old model. But I bought it quite late on, to be fair. I think I've had it probably 3 years. And the battery in it was fine. I could charge it up to 100%. And then I could use it for a whole day. And I would get through on my second day till... certainly till I'd finished work. Without the battery actually getting flat. And then, you know, it had been on at that point for maybe 32 hours, something like that, perhaps. And then I would be at maybe 25% battery left, and I could recharge it again. But now it seems that I'm going to be lucky to get 20 minutes out of it because they've decided to destroy it. Their answer to this is you've got a choice of 3 options. Firstly, they say that you can send the phone, or you can take the phone to a Google store, or you can post the phone to a Google store, and they will replace the battery free of charge. Now, a lot of people online are saying they've had their batteries replaced with a brand new one, but not by Google, and it hasn't made the problem go away. Which, call me a cynic, sounds like there's something else going on when those phones go into a Google store and get repaired. So what are they hiding, I would say, if I was being particularly cynical, and I am quite cynical. Nearest Google store to me, as far as I can see on the map, is in London, which is about 200 miles, and would take a round trip. I mean, basically it'd blow away a day for me to go to London and back. So that's not really a good option. Posting it is definitely not a good option because it'd be gone for a week probably. They do say a week is what they expect. So it'd be gone for a week, and I need to log into things with 2-factor authentication in that time, so that's not good. So the second option was they will give you $100 credit towards a new Google phone. Well, I tell you what, Google, after nuking mine from afar once, you ain't going to be doing it again because I'm never going to buy another Google phone. So that's not an option. Another option is $50. So what's that, 40 quid? Just in real money. So I opted for that. And then I found out from people talking on the internet, in order to get that you have to sign up for a service called Payoneer, which apparently doesn't get the best reputation. If you don't get it quite right, you actually end up signed up to Payoneer that charges $30 a year for having the service. So if you get that wrong, your payout's going to be $20 basically. And then people in America have been complaining that it needs your social security number. They won't give you your money unless you've given them your social security number in America, which obviously people don't want to do. Some random company. But some people in Europe have been complaining that it asks for the social security number, and they're not American, so they don't have one. So they're not even allowed to get the $50. So basically, Google have just nuked a whole series of phones, and a lot of people are very unhappy about it. And I'm having to run out of power today, so I'm going to be forced down the avenue of buying a new phone, even though I do not want a new phone, because I quite like this phone. It works really well. As I say, it's not the biggest and the flashiest, but I'm not playing, you know, the latest games on it or anything. I'm just using it as a phone, as something to develop software on, and I play the odd lightweight game for a bit here and there. So yeah, I'm not very happy at all with that. we're living in a time, maybe this should be in another video, but we're living in a time when companies have forgotten what companies are supposed to be, and everybody is letting them get away with it. I probably will have gone on too long, so maybe I'll make that one into a different video. But all I can say is I've been advising people to buy Google phones for some time, on the basis that when you get a Google phone, it's not loaded up generally with a load of additional software. It's just got the standard Android system on it, which is good, so you can have what you want. BMW was actually thinking about the overtake there, wasn't he? And they work really well, and I always thought you've got the backing of Google, who actually makes the operating system as well as the phone. Seems like a good place to be. So I'm recommending Pixel phones to a lot of people. I will never do that again. In fact, I will actively recommend that people do not buy a Pixel phone, because that type of business, to me, doesn't warrant any loyalty whatsoever. I'd say a lot of people would probably think, well, it's a few years old, you should get another one anyway. I don't really subscribe to that approach. I think it's crazy that basically you can buy a portable computer, because that's what that is, and that it can be designed to be thrown away every year. What a complete and utter waste that is. However, oh look, SatNav's telling me I've gone wrong. Don't know where I've gone wrong, but I'm pretty sure this way is better than whatever way it thinks it wants me to go. So I'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe, don't buy a Google Pixel device, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Well, you can see just how well the battery is performing after Google has broken my phone. It's plugged in, powered, and it needs to turn on the extreme battery saver, because it can no longer run the GPS even when it's plugged in. Thank you, Google.